After 2 years on the run, the so-called barefoot bandit, accused of robbing people in 8 states and 2 other countries, is in jail this morning in the Bahamas. CBS News national correspondent Jeff Glor is in Nassau, Bahamas, with the latest.
Hey, Erica, good morning to you. Yeah, it seems almost too bizarre to be true what's happened the past 2 years here. And now it ends in typically high Hollywood style with a short, high-speed boat chase. And now Colton Harris Moore, as you mentioned, is in custody right here in Nassau. Colton Harris Moore was captured wearing shorts, a T-shirt, and yes, he was barefoot. The barefoot bandit was transported to Nassau after being nabbed on the Bahamian island of North Eleuthera.
Acting on information received from members of the public, the police responded to a sighting of the suspect in Harbor Island.
Authorities believe Harris Moore's been here since last Tuesday, when he apparently crash-landed a plane that he'd stolen from Indiana, flying it more than 1,000 miles with no formal flight training. In a crime spree that stretched from British Columbia and touched at least 8 U.S. states, the 19-year-old is suspected of stealing 5 airplanes in his young life and committing more than 100 burglaries. The product of an abusive father who left him when he was 2, Harris Moore took to camping in the wild at 7 and was convicted of his first crime at 12. But this fugitive became an internet sensation with eventually more than 60,000 fans on Facebook after he escaped from a Washington state halfway house and successfully eluded authorities for 2 years.
He went to a small island where it would be very difficult to evade capture. If it wasn't today, it would have been sometime soon. If not on this island, someplace else.
The end of Harris Moore's time on the lam came here in the Bahamas, where he'd apparently broken into at least 7 residences in less than a week. In the final pursuit, police say they had to shoot out the motor on his boat to corral him. Near Seattle, residents of Harris Moore's hometown expressed relief that the barefoot bandit was finally behind bars.
I think he's really smart, but I think more so than anything, people give him too much credit. I think he's just gotten extremely lucky, and his luck finally ran out, obviously.
Police here say that Harris Moore had a gun with him when this chase ended, and one witness said he put that gun to his head briefly, but did not pull the trigger. Now the tricky question comes is, where will he be prosecuted first? Today is a national holiday in the Bahamas. Still, police here have scheduled a late morning news conference. Erica?
Jeff Glor in Nassau this morning. Jeff, thanks.
A lot happens early on The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.